Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 2, Episode 8 of Refresh Our Memory. On September 24th, 2021, at 12:08 p.m., such a much better morning. My body aches a little, but my stress level and anxiety levels are not so high. 1:12 p.m. Patty called. We didn't stay on the phone long, but the conversation is good. I also finished stacking the pictures in the groups of each picture. I got that done. 5:05 p.m. Wow, I'm not sure what is going on. I had to lay down. My heart is beating so fast, and I had to calm myself down. I don't know why it started beating like this, but I figure it could be the stress leaving my body. Because after I laid there a little bit, I do feel better. It feels like a roller coaster ride with no fun. September 25th, 2021. Thank you, Thomas. 9:14 a.m. Thomas sent a message. He wrote, I'm going to dig more into the picture tonight and tomorrow night. I wrote, all right, thank you so much and have a good day. Wow, now I like that. First thing, waking up earlier and laying here thinking about it all, and my phone goes off, and that is what I read. Yes, I know the results will be right on. 12:12 p.m. I'm thinking about myself, and when I did, a thought came to me. I have to express myself through writing, emails, text messages, because just to talk about this takes a lot out of me. I mentioned to Madison that Thomas messaged this morning and what he said. Madison said, that's good. And I said, yes, it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Keep me informed and updated. Madison said, yes, I know. 2:16 p.m. this afternoon, Madison and I went to the cemetery. And of course, I drove to the backside to see Wyatt. And of course, I looked over as I passed the side street in front east of Megan. I looked to see if her flowers are still here. And they are. We sat with Wyatt a little bit, and I prayed to him. We walked to the car, and I pulled around to see Megan. 2:58 p.m. I took the first picture of the two. I'm feeling hopeful what Thomas is doing will help a lot. We sat with Megan a while, and I prayed to her. We got back in the car, and I sat there a few more minutes, and then I pulled away, telling them both I loved them. On our way home, we stopped at the grocery store because Madison is getting hungry. Never go to the grocery store hungry. When we got home, I'm able to relax. I'm able to think. A little later this evening, I have a long, rejuvenating conversation with my sister Susie. What she tells me is exactly what I need to hear. Thank you, Susie, a lot. After 3 hours later, we said our good night. September 27th, 2021. Opening my eyes this morning, I didn't feel anything. I'm at an easier type feeling. While I'm laying in bed, my phone dings as if I have a message. And I did. 8:51 a.m. Thomas messaged. Thomas the photographer. He wrote, it's coming along. Ton more work to go, but I think you'll be happy with it. When I read it, I squealed out. Not a scream, not a cry. It sounded like a screeching squeal. I read it again, and I'm so happy to read this. I wrote, I know I will be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I can't say it enough. When I took it all in, I got out of bed. I told Madison what was sent this morning, and she's happy also. 9:16 a.m. I messaged Patty. I wrote Thomas message this morning and told me I'd be happy with the results. 9:32 a.m. Patty wrote, "Oh, good, Em. Now, what do we do for the next step? I wonder." Back to trying to get the story on the news, stating you now have evidence? I wrote, "Yes, I'm going to wait for the results in my hands, then I will get with a reporter outside of Oklahoma and go from there. But I'm also going to call that woman, the one who was so eager to help but didn't, to find out where or what she's doing and see what information can get to to know what to do next." Excuse me. Patty wrote, "Yay." I wrote, "Oh, I know. I feel good right now. Happy tears without even crying. Just so darn happy. This man sees it, sees the same thing I've been saying for 6.5 years, and it is about time." 12:31 p.m. Jen called. We talked about 50 minutes. She talked and I listened. I reassured her we are here for her. She said, "I know." Then Jen said, "I'm so glad you got the news this morning." And of course, I didn't want to put any more on her, so I put it aside and let her finish venting. "We love you, Jen, and thank you. I'm always here for you." When we hung up, I had to lay down. At times, the emotions run really high. I cry, thinking at first they are happy tears. Then I think they became relief tears. I just know the emotional side of this, throughout all of this, is messing with me. As I lay here, I broke down crying. I prayed. I got a warm feeling in my heart, and I cried some more. I looked up and told God, "Thank you." I heard my mom say, "Stay strong, honey." I said, "I'm trying, Mom. I need help." I heard her laugh. I said, "Bless me to be strong. Help me to be strong and to keep it together." I heard my mom say then, "Honey, you will be fine." Wow, I got a good feeling. I laid there about 30 more minutes and got up. I felt the need to type. While I'm typing, Patty sent me a message saying, "You sent your message at 4:44 p.m. my time." She's an hour ahead of us. I looked at the time on my computer and I see 4:44 p.m. I looked up and said, "Thank you, angels." I wrote back to Patty, "Aw, how cool." Then I heard my mom say, "Stay strong." I got tears in my eyes and said to my mom, "Bless me to be." Patty wrote, "Yes, yes, it is. I'm feeling really good about this, and it is about time." When I finished typing, the time is 5:19 p.m. 5:19 is the day my mother passed into heaven. I thought to myself, I am going to be fine, and I am going to be strong. My mom will get me through this. I looked out the front window, looked up at the sky, and said, "Thank you, Mom. Thank you, God." 6:23 p.m. I went to visit my son and his family. Jeff is not home from work yet, but Shea, his wife, and my grandson, Jeff Jr., Shea's father, is here, so I talked with them. I did tell my daughter-in-law and grandson about the overlay picture. They were both happy for us. Shea said, "You've come too far to quit now." I said, "Oh no, there's no quitting now. I'm excited that it has come this far, and I'm going until it's fixed." Shea said, "I'm so proud of you," and gave me a hug. My grandson told me, "That's good, Nana." And when I was ready to leave, My grandson walked me to the car and gave me a hug and kiss, and I got into the car. I missed seeing my son this evening, but I told my grandson, share the good news with your dad. He said, I will. I ran a few errands and then I went home. At 8:12 p.m., Samantha messaged. Samantha is my granddaughter, my son's daughter, my first granddaughter born in 1998, and Megan is my second grandchild born in 1999. She wrote, Hey Nana, it's Sam. Glad to hear the good news for you. I wrote, Oh baby, it's great news. I'm so happy. I've got someone saying the same thing I've been saying for years. I'm thinking of going to Detroit to talk to a reporter. I'm so happy. I love you all. Tell my babies I love them and to have a good day at school. Samantha wrote, I will, Nana, and we love you and thank you for everything you do for us, and we appreciate it so much. And yeah, it may be worth to get up there and talk to them. I wrote, Baby, you are welcome. And yes, it would be. I can't stop now. I got the picture overlaid. Just pray for me. After I talked with Samantha, I'm able to relax the rest of the evening and wait for Madison to get home from work. Madison came in not long after, and she's ready for bed too after getting out of the shower. I'm already ready for bed. We called it a day. Good night, everyone. Prayers are appreciated. September 28, 2021. Besides feeling my allergies kick in, I have felt really good today. And I look back and think about where I was and what I have done. And I do say, I have come a long way. And I'm so grateful for that and the guidance. September 29th, 2021. Wow, what a day. I spent time with my great niece. The 22nd is her birthday, and at this time we both had free time. So we went to lunch, we had a good time, we took pictures, and I gave her her gift. When I got back home, I became emotional. My body feels tight, my head hurts. I cried. I cried so hard my chest is hurting, my jaws are hurting, and I knew then I have got to stop this emotional train ride I'm on. I hate this feeling. I feel sick. I prayed. After a little while, I stood up and I said, I have got to get with it. I have to be strong, and that is what I'm going to do. I thought, Megan's cemetery case will get finished, and I will be fine. I know I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on anything. September 30th, 2021. I did not sleep well last night. I'm not sure what it is, but I do know when I woke up from what little sleep I did get, I felt good. I'm happy to feel this way, and my day began. 9:58 a.m. Patty called. We talked about 30 minutes. She asked, Have you heard anything? I said, I haven't heard from anyone yet, but he had some more work to do. So when he's done, I'm sure, I know I will then. Patty and I talked a few more minutes and hung up. When Madison started her day, she asked, Can we go visit Megan and Wyatt on our way to the stores? We have to get some things from the grocery store and a shoe store Madison needs to go in. We left home to go get gas, then I drove to the cemetery. Madison and it just seems no matter what we go do, we find a good time within it, and I enjoy going with her. I pulled into the cemetery at 12:36 p.m. and I pulled up to Wyatt. It's a cloudy, rainy day. As we visit with him, I pray to him and I tell him I love him. We went to visit Megan and it's starting to rain. a little harder than just sprinkles. But I did take some pictures, and her flowers are here, and I do greatly appreciate it. We visited with Megan, and I prayed to her. I pray, guide me, angel. And right then, a streak of lightning lit up in the tree line across the field west of the cemetery. Madison and I saw the streaks. Then we heard a sizzling sound in the grass nearby. It sounded really odd. I told Madison, Megan's letting us know she's here. I said the spiritual world is so much stronger than what we got going on earth. We sat with Megan for a little longer because now I have tears in my eyes and I just need to sit here with her. When I was ready to pull away, I told my angels I loved them. 6:07 p.m. I'm going to relax. October 1st, 2021. Happy fall. It's been raining here yesterday and this morning, and it may rain off and on until tomorrow. I know the cemetery may be saturated, but hopefully not flooded. They did lay some dirt in where the puddle, or I should say pond, would lay after it rains. So I will, Madison and I, or Madison will drive through later to check it out. I have to believe it's a good day. Everyone seems to be good, so I'm good too. And I made it an even better day by spending time with myself. I went for a long drive and I listened to some of my favorite music. I jammed and I drove, and I needed it too. When I arrived back home, my mind is a little clearer as to what I need to do. I have to stay grounded to get this done because we all know I'm not giving up. Madison did drive through the cemetery and it is not flooded, and that's a good thing. October 2nd, 2021. God be with me. I love you, Megan and Wyatt. Wow, what a morning. I forced myself to stay busy. At 4:14 p.m., Carla messaged. Carla is my great niece. She wrote, I just started looking at your paperwork. I'm going through the timeline. Senator Shorty is in prison, so is it around the same time you sent your certified mail letters? Got to get ready for work, but I will look at it some more. 4:31 p.m., I messaged Carla. I wrote, it was after I sent him my information. Those are the kind of brick walls I keep running into with this. You have a good day at work. 4:58 p.m., Carla wrote, that is frustrating. Sorry you have had all those brick walls, and you're welcome. It is important to you, so I will look at it some more. Have a good day too. 9:36 p.m., the day ended on a good note, and I so needed it to. Thank you, dear God. I feel it's another day closer to getting this done for Megan and the others. October 3rd, 2021, 12:07 p.m. Patty called. We talked over 2 hours. She asked, have you heard anything? I said, no, not since the last message, but he did say it would take him some time. And when he contacted me, he did say he had more work to do. So I'm going to be patient and wait for him to get me the results. Patty said it would be nice to get this done. I said, well, yeah. Patty and I talked on other things and then let each other go. 2:36 p.m. It's a beautiful day. And when Madison came in from work, we are going to visit Megan and Wyatt at the cemetery. 7:03 p.m., Madison and I left to go to the cemetery, and the sun is setting, and it's gorgeous. There are people here. We sat with Wyatt for a little while and then went to visit Megan. I took pictures and I prayed to both of them. I drove home and we had a good evening. October 4th, 2021. When I woke up, I'm feeling positive, and throughout my morning, I'm staying positive. I prayed, bless Thomas and that woman we are still waiting on. No, we are obviously not waiting, but bless her. A little later, Madison had her senior pictures taken today, and it was a lot of fun. After dinner, I'm relaxing, and I receive a message from Thomas. 6:56 p.m. He wrote, I'm about done. This takes way longer to perfect than I thought. I'm sorry it's taking so long. I wrote, no, no, no. I appreciate what you were doing, and you had warned me it takes time. I'm patient. It's been a long fight, and I need it to be done correctly. Thank you so much for keeping me updated. Have a good evening. 8:14 p.m. I looked out the window and said, thank you, God. And this is my thought. Thomas sent me a message just after I prayed to God for Thomas and that woman to get in touch. Thomas did, and I'm happy to see his message. I don't know why this woman isn't communicating, but I will wait to get the results. Then I will see what I need to do next. When I was done writing this evening, a thought came to mind. And I know it may not mean anything to anyone else, but to me, the meaning of all three of the little signs we saw today while at the park getting Madison's senior pictures done, we saw a butterfly right off as we walked up. I said, I love you, my angels, and I took a couple pictures of it. Madison saw turtles on a log, but with the miscommunication we had, I didn't see the turtles. The turtles is a meaning of Wyatt's heritage. Then as we walked toward the entrance, I saw bunnies running. I snapped a couple pictures. The turtles are Wyatt. The bunnies are Megan. After all, she was born on Easter. So much to be thankful for today. Thank you, dear God. October 5th, 2021. Besides staying positive, I'm staying busy and hopeful. I keep pushing for this woman to call soon, and I'm going to stay positive she will, or someone is working on it. I'm in the dark, the not knowing. October 6, 2021. Thank you, my angels. Thank you for listening, and stay kind with your words.